Get ready for the news that is shaking the creative world. Demi Moore is dropping a massive warning, urging the entire Hollywood industry to immediately embrace artificial intelligence, because resisting this technology is a battle they simply cannot afford to lose. She is sounding the alarm that if the industry doesn't integrate AI, they risk being completely left behind in the future of filmmaking. This is a critical moment for every creator to pay attention to what Demi Moore is saying about the future of art and technology.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we pivot to a serious operation unfolding in Los Angeles. Authorities have launched a massive joint task force involving the Los Angeles Police Department and federal partners to execute a high-stakes search warrant in North Hollywood connected to a serious child porn sting investigation. We dive into how law enforcement is using specialized electronic service detection dogs to find hidden digital evidence that human officers might completely miss in this complex case. Now, let's look at the power players in Tinseltown. Hollywood power lawyer Brian Friedman has been enlisted to shop a massive archive of reporting belonging to the late John Connolly, a famed Hollywood reporter known for exposing the dark side of the industry. We explore what this archive contains and how Friedman plans to use this intellectual property to fight for the voices of those who have been silenced. And finally, we look at the intense scrutiny Hollywood is facing. 2 Miami police officers have filed a bombshell lawsuit against Matt Damon and Ben Affleck over the film The Rip, and legal experts are weighing in on whether this case has the firepower to succeed. We break down why the industry is watching these real-life drama lawsuits so closely, and what this means for how Hollywood handles stories based on actual events. Stay with us for the full story. Demi Moore has issued a stark warning to the Hollywood film industry, asserting that resisting the integration of artificial intelligence is a losing battle. Speaking at a Cannes Film Festival jury press conference on Tuesday, Moore stressed that while AI cannot replicate the soul of human artistry, the industry must proactively integrate the technology to avoid obsolescence. Addressing the escalating debate surrounding generative technology, Moore advocated for a collaborative strategy over open conflict, stating that againstness breeds againstness. She admitted that Hollywood is likely not implementing sufficient regulations to govern the technology's use. Despite this call for pragmatism regarding technology, Moore maintained that the essence of filmmaking remains protected. She firmly believes that true art derives from the unique spirit and soul of the creator, elements she contends technical processes cannot mimic. The discussion on AI intensified amidst the 79th Cannes Film Festival, which is set to open with Pier Salvadori's film, The Electric Kiss. Festival chief Thierry Fremox had previously noted that the global film industry is currently undergoing a significant transformation, spurred by the pandemic's aftermath, recent labor strikes, and the ascent of streaming platforms. The theme of the intersection between art and external influence was prominent at the conference. Jury president and director Park Chan-wook countered the notion that politics and art are inherently opposed, arguing that political statements hold value provided they are expressed artfully, rather than functioning as mere propaganda. Moore is currently serving on the competition jury alongside an international panel, which includes Oscar-winning director Chloe Zhao and actors Ruth Negga and Stellan Skarsgård, tasked with selecting the Palme d'Or between May 12 and May 23. The AI controversy has become a focal point in global cinema, following the 2023 Hollywood strikes, where creators fought for contractual safeguards against digital replication and AI-generated content. A major law enforcement operation targeting child exploitation concluded Tuesday in the North Hollywood neighborhood, involving a joint task force between the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, and federal partners. The operation centered on executing a high-stakes search warrant related to the possession and distribution of child sexual abuse material. Law enforcement activity commenced in the early morning hours at a residence near the intersection of Collins Avenue and Willowcrest Avenue. Investigators were specifically focused on locating evidence related to child sexual abuse material. To maximize the chances of discovering hidden evidence, the LAPD deployed electronic service detection dogs. These specialized K9 units are trained to detect a specific chemical coating on memory chips, enabling them to locate concealed electronic devices such as USB drives, laptops, and cell phones that human officers might overlook. LT Robin Richards of the LAPD explained the role of the dogs, stating, "We have what's called electronic service detection dogs, and what these dogs do is they help us, law enforcement, in locating devices. There is a chemical coating on the memory chip, and that's what the dogs detect. So when we humans miss a particular device, the dogs will come behind us and they will be able to find those devices, obviously assisting us with our investigations." Authorities have not yet released the identities of any suspects or confirmed the exact number of arrests, though at least one person is currently being questioned by the LAPD. It remains unclear whether this raid is isolated or part of a broader sweep across the Los Angeles area. Police are currently processing evidence and are expecting to make several arrests by the end of the day. The seized digital materials will undergo forensic analysis to identify potential victims and uncover further criminal activity. Hollywood power lawyer Brian Friedman has been enlisted to manage the sale of a vast archive belonging to John Connolly, a former NYPD cop turned takedown artist, according to Page 6. Connolly's longtime partner, music industry veteran and author Dorothy Carvello, confirmed to Channel YouTube Hollywood that she is shopping Connolly's reporting and intellectual property, which extensively covered various Tinseltown controversies. Carvello revealed that the legal representation for this endeavor is Brian Friedman, a prominent Hollywood lawyer known for handling high-profile cases. Friedman is currently involved in several major matters, including the settlement between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and a contractual dispute involving 60 Minutes correspondent Cheryl Alfonsi being let go by CBS News topper Bari Weiss. Friedman reportedly represents Baldoni and Alfonsi in these respective cases. The Hollywood power lawyer stated that the archive holds significant value. Friedman asserted, "We will investigate the vast IP and make sure that if there were attempts to silence people, that we will do everything in our power to make sure that those survivors, whether under NDAs or not, will no longer live in fear and be given their voices back." Prior to his death in 2022, Connolly was recognized for his aggressive reporting on powerful figures across entertainment and beyond, including Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, Michael Jackson, Bryan Singer, and Steven Seagal. Connolly also made significant contributions to exposing figures like fixers and massagers Anthony Pellicano and Heidi Fless in publications such as Spy, Vanity Fair, Premiere, and New York Magazine. Notably, he wrote a takedown piece in Premiere in 2001 titled Arnold the Barbarian, which accused Arnold Schwarzenegger of misconduct, prompting reactions from several actresses. Dorothy Carvello has affectionately nicknamed Friedman the Sheriff, describing him as a vigilante who restores order. A lawsuit filed by 2 Miami police officers against Matt Damon and Ben Affleck concerning the film, The Rip, has captured significant media attention, though legal experts suggest the case may lack substantial legal footing. The industry, however, is closely monitoring the proceedings due to the precedent this case sets within the broader landscape of defamation suits targeting fictionalized narratives based on real events. This legal action follows a growing trend where creators of projects based on actual events are facing scrutiny from real-life figures claiming misrepresentation. Notable examples include defamation suits against Netflix for shows such as The Queen's Gambit, Inventing Anna, and Baby Reindeer, as well as disputes involving FX's hit Love Story over the portrayal of actress Daryl Hannah. Specifically, Damon and Affleck's production company were sued over The Rip, a film inspired by a real 2016 drug bust in Miami Lakes. The core of the film involves a narrative structure centered on shifting suspicion and allegiances. The plaintiffs, two Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office sergeants, are challenging the extent to which artistic license can be exercised in this portrayal. Legal analyst Eric George characterized the lawsuit as ridiculous and predicted dismissal, citing the film's disclaimers and the creator's decision to avoid using real names. However, George emphasized that the strategy for creators facing these claims is crucial. Changing the person's name and clearly stating the work is dramatized significantly strengthens the legal position. If names are not altered, the legal challenges become more complex. The importance of disclaimers was highlighted across various cases. The Queen's Gambit included a standard disclaimer stating that depicted characters and events are fictitious. Similarly, Baby Reindeer features a post-credits note acknowledging dramatization. Inventing Anna employs a disclaimer stating, "This whole story is completely true, except for all the parts that are totally made up." Furthermore, recent commentary underscores the heightened risk. Daryl Hannah recently criticized her depiction in Love Story, asserting that the portrayal showed her engaging in illegal activities and untrue behaviors, arguing that audiences often fail to distinguish between dramatization and fact, leading to reputational harm. This ongoing tension between creative storytelling and the protection of real-life reputations ensures that Hollywood remains under close observation as the reliance on journalistic source material continues to drive these high-stakes legal battles.